Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm doing a very important video and I'm actually really happy to be filming this type of video because I think it's so relevant for the time that we're in right now in lockdown. So today I'm going to be talking about staying calm, especially when faced with academic pressures such as exams, coursework, and all sorts of different things. The January exam season's just passed and people are coming to the end of their exams about now, but I think these tips are still really useful. This video is in collaboration with the YMCA charity, which I'm so happy to be working with in this video. Personally, I feel that I was impacted a few years ago by feeling quite nervous when it came to exams and quite nervous when it came to all sorts of academic presentations, coursework, you name it, I probably faced it. It was obviously unproductive when I was trying to revise, impacting my study time, but also generally I think it affected my day-to-day well-being. It's just something which I think that I had to learn how to overcome and control in order to rise above it. And now I feel that I'm so much better with learning how to control my nervous feelings towards exams. And yeah, I'd like to share those tips with you guys today so that when you're facing all sorts of different struggles or situations, you have like a set of useful tools that you can use to really bring yourself back to a calm state. So I've kind of split this into two segments, and this is the way I try to always approach it when I'm feeling a bit stressed or a bit nervous. The first strand is essentially taking myself out of the situation and really trying to bring my mind away from the pressures and the physicalities of what's going on. And then the second thing is trying to make productive tips and allow myself to progress accordingly. So when I'm getting really stressed, there's one thing which I like to do, and it's quite embarrassing. It's a bit embarrassing, but I'm gonna say it to you guys nonetheless. I go on YouTube and I just start watching like a funny video compilation.
Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
And it's not like those You've Been Framed type of cheesy things. It'll probably be like a reality TV show compilation or something like that. I know it sounds so mindless and it sounds so stupid, but genuinely this always works because I just feel that I'm so distracted from anything that's going on, and obviously laughing about the situation and laughing about what's going on, I think really makes me realize that the situation that I'm facing probably isn't as serious as I think it is. I mean, from Gordon Ramsay to any other type of kind of TV show, there's so many of them. You could always just find something funny to just watch on YouTube and really take your mind off it. Also, I really do like to go for a walk. I always put on some lo-fi music when I go for a walk because I don't want to have to think about lyrics or anything like that. I really just want to be in a state where I'm not thinking, which is maybe a bit weird or contradictory because you're probably always thinking, but for me, I'm not thinking, I'm just walking, I'm just in a completely different space. And again, that really helps me to take myself out of a situation. I really like to create an environment where there's a lot of positivity around me. On my walls, I have positive affirmations, I have lights in my room. If I'm ever feeling stressed, I kind of just like to be in that environment and immerse myself in that environment. Really helps me to just get myself away again from the stresses of maybe studying or any sort of things I'm working on. And for me, being someone who's quite spiritual, I find that prayer does work. And I know other people have different ways of also kind of getting their mind to a similar stage. So even if you're not so spiritual and you don't really like the idea of prayer, for some other people, maybe meditation or stretching could work. And if that's the case, then just find something like that which will really bring your mind to a calm state and really center yourself to a position where you don't have to think too much about what's going on. So those are the things which I would say take you away from a situation and really bring you to a state where you're not having to think too much or get too absorbed by anxious feelings. But I feel like I always want to do something which is productive and going to actually help me and which will help me to combat any of the feelings which I'm facing. So I like to put in productive tips and steps which help me to progress. So the first tip I would say, if you're maybe preparing for an exam or an important presentation, is to organize your notes the night before. This week I had a competition which required a lot of planning, and it was so beneficial having my notes all prepared the night before so I could just wake up, have everything there on the day of the competition and not have to be stressing over putting things in files. You don't want to add further stress to the pressure that you're already facing from your existing task. So yeah, organizing the night before really helps. I like structuring my day. If anyone knows me personally, you'll know that I'm someone who likes to organize different things. And I don't like to do this meticulously because I feel that timetables can be quite narrowing, but to-do lists really do help, which leads me on to Momentum. Obviously, if you've seen some of my previous vlogs, you'll know that I love Momentum. Like, Momentum's just the best app. It's not an app, it's an extension. It's the best extension. But having my to-do list on the bottom right-hand corner of Momentum and just being able to tick through things really quickly and efficiently just really makes me feel like I'm progressing. And then the aesthetic background is just an added bonus, which you can't really complain about. This is equally productive, and I know loads of people neglect this, but having proper nutrition, and I'm going to say it again just to emphasize, having proper nutrition really can make a difference to your study mindset. And this consists of drinking more water. Just to remind me, I've even got it on my bottle, drink more water, and eating foods which will help me to not feel lethargic or tired or bloated or uncomfortable. This really helps to uplift me and just keep me motivated throughout a study session. And then the last 2 points I would say are overarching points, but they are very productive tips for me. I feel like having a network of 2 or 3 people that you trust to talk through issues can really be helpful. And often for me, just speaking to my brother can really help to show me that I'm overthinking something or I've got something under control. And having that safe space, I think, is so important to create. And equally, having friends as well that you're willing to talk to can be such an important network and safety net to have. So I'd really recommend you guys actively creating that form of network. And lastly, this is probably the most important thing to get into your head when you're feeling nervous, but it's so important to contextualize the situation. Whatever you're facing, it's not the be all or end all of anything. Life will go on, life will progress. Whether you're successful or maybe perhaps unsuccessful doing something, there'll always be another path you can take in order to get to where you want to be. And I think once you take away that pressure to realize that there is no finality to what you're doing and life's just a continuing process which you're all just trying to somehow get our way through, I think it really helps to get your head in a good space where you can just breathe and just realize that whatever you do, you're on the right track, you're gonna do well, and it's all gonna work out in the end. So guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. A big thank you to the YMCA charity for the collaboration on the video. If you guys have any personal tips as to how you stay calm in your academics or just in general, please leave a comment down below. I think it would be really nice if you can just all help each other out, because I'm definitely not a master at this and I'm sure there's stuff which I've missed out which could be really useful for someone to know. Hopefully I'll be coming with a new video soon. Thank you guys all for watching. See you all next time. Bye.